let's go ahead and kick off the mid-module diagnostic. The mid-module diagnostic is this Thursday and Friday. So in general, what it is that you'll be divided into groups of 3 people. You'll be put into a Zoom room, and you will all share your screens, and you will work on a problem given to you for about 45 minutes while instructors kind of watch. And at the end, you'll be given a score and some notes on how you did. It's generally it's generally an opportunity for us to kind of give you feedback and look at your process and see how things are like. To kind of look at what you and kind of like fix any things. How you do on the excuse me, the module diagnostic has no bearing upon promotional module 2, but it is kind of like this this way that you can experience what it's like, because you will have to do this at the end of the module, and it will count for realsies at the end. There is pre-work that you'll have to do, and you will build upon code that you already have for the mid-module, and I'll give that to you as soon as we finish up here. But any questions? I guess the first thing I want to know is that some of you will go on Thursday, and we would like some volunteers to go on Thursday. So because we can't do them all Friday morning. So if you'd like to go Thursday, I'll post a thread right now in your Slack channel. And just post there if you'd like to go on Thursday as opposed to Friday morning. And that's it. Questions about the process so far? About anything? I really don't. There's really not much to say about it.
Do you take it easier on us if we go early?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes. There's pre-work for you to do, and the pre-work, I would say time box at 2 hours. You shouldn't be spending more than 2 hours on it at the most. And that'll be posted in your Slack channel as soon as we finish. All right, looks like, all right, so I'm seeing the early bird numbers go up like nuts. So suffice it to say, not all of you will be going on Thursday. Yeah. Looks like half of you will be going on Thursday. Andrew?
Hey, so we're doing a dry run of that this morning, or you're just going to be explaining how it works?
No, this is it. I scheduled way too much time for this than I needed to.
Gotcha.
I figured it's always better to schedule time if you have things you want to talk about, any questions, rather than the other way around, right? So if we don't, there's not much to talk about, then you just off to lunch with you. But yeah, let me. What you have to do, I'll just post that in Slack right now. I'm going to post the link. Yeah. So you have the link, you can copy and paste it, but also it just unfurl the link automatically. So it's like essentially 2 iterations of a thing, and then you'll expect it to be complete another iteration. With us watching you in 45 minutes during Thursday. So essentially, be prepared to share your screen. Really, really super important you stay on time as we get through it. Like we'll give you it'll be like 45 minutes, but like consider it like maybe like 43 minutes of work time, I guess, as we give you your task, and just make sure like to kind of like check the logistics of it, like is everyone's screen up and sharing and whatnot. And the schedule for that, schedule on who's going on Thursday will go up probably Wednesday evening. We'll make that decision Wednesday evening. Angel?
So it's kind of like our independent challenge, except somebody will be watching us.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. And then what you just sent in our Slack, that's what we should do before our meeting.
Yeah.
And have ready.
Yeah, so what you'll be doing during the scheduled time is going to build off of what you've done here.
Okay.
Right. So cool. we want you to work on like the hard stuff, and we want to watch you work on the hard stuff, not the easy stuff, right? Because like I don't think there's much value of us watching you, set attributes and things like that. Like that kind of stuff should be like a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Second nature at this point.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem. Alexa? No shit.
So we won't be pair programming. It'll
No.
be independent. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it'll be a pattern,
Gotcha.
just the pattern in terms of like we watch. That's what the
Okay,
pairing
cool.
kind of implies there. Yep. Trevor?
Do we need to have it ready to go, like for a ready to push up into a repo and everything, or is it just
No, you're not
being watched in
pushing.
the
You're
moment?
not
Okay.
pushing. You're not pushing anything up. Like you should not be pushing anything up. Like this is just on your computer. Like this is not something like with any kind of other assessment. Like this is not something that's shared with other people.
All right.
Yep, cool. Ben?
Yeah, this is a question for the mid-mod and just kind of ICs in general. Just like how much do you value, is it like the main focus just kind of problem solving and getting it done, even if there's stuff hard-coded, or like, what's the kind of focus on completion versus like best practice?
You should have enough time where it should be completed with best practices. Cool. Anything else? Alex?
When you say we're not pushing anything, do you mean like in the room, you're not looking for us implementing like a Git workflow, doing
Nope.
that? Like we can
Nope.
just code and code
Yep.
and code, and like that's
Yep.
fine.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right, because like if the thing is, if you push it up, everyone else has it.
Yeah.
So we don't really like. The thing is that I don't really care about the final product because I've been watching the entire time. I'll see where you are when you're done. I think like the big thing is like make sure that you are like Slack is on. So like in case like I need to tell you something, I'm not kind of bothering everyone else by unmuting myself. So that's kind of important. Also, like you can feel free to ask questions, and I think that instructors, if they see like, I think that if one thing that I'll definitely do, I know the instructors is like if you're like hung up on this thing because like you missed like a comma somewhere, we'll just tell you, because like this is not really a test of like, I think it's kind of silly for you to lose like 10 minutes, which is potentially like a quarter of your time because you because of a comma. What does that serve like anyone, right? It doesn't tell me anything. It tells me like you missed a comma, which everyone does, right? So kind of like that's important. Cool. Erica?
Are we allowed to use like Google and old projects that we've worked on and stuff to reference while we work on it?
You can. I would say like old projects probably won't be very useful. I would steer kind of away from that. But you can certainly look up you can certainly look at documentation, stuff like that. They like the thing is that we have it's a short window of time, so we're not going to be asking you to do something like exotic. It's not going to be anything drastically different from anything you've already encountered. Like again, there's not going to be any surprises. And generally the way we structure our assessments and challenges are that they test the same kind of skills. They may be in a different configuration from what you've seen, but the base elements remain the same. Anything else? Jennifer?
Hypothetically, if this were putting me into panic mode, would you say that just revisiting the past ICs would be a good way to prepare?
I mean, I think the big idea is that like there is nothing you can do which is not going to provide some kind of benefit, right? Like reviewing stuff you've already done, that's going to help. Working on your project, that's going to help. Working on mythical creatures, that's going to help. Meeting with your mentor, that's going to help. Meeting with Madeline, that's going to help, right? Like anything you put in that is just like good targeted practice is always going to be super helpful.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and again, like this is not something to really like be super anxiety about, because like this doesn't count for anything. It is an opportunity for you to practice and see what it is for like, it's just a kind of a dry run to prepare for the week 6. And you can find like most people do generally okay. It's an opportunity for us to like look at you code hands-on and for us to give you feedback. Like that's why it's called a diagnostic as opposed to an assessment or a challenge. It's for us to point out like, hey, do this, like you're wasting time doing it this way, check out this way, like stuff like that. It's for us to give you like direct feedback on ways to improve workflow and just process. Yeah. Cool. Andrew.
Yeah, so this is sort of a way for you to see how our wheels are turning when we're doing the challenges, and what kind of things we get hung up on, and or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's the goal. Like, who knows what we'll see, right? Everyone's different, but it's like it's us looking for like glaring things, like, hey, you know, that may not be evident from like independent challenge, right? Because independent challenge, we only see like whatever commits you have, and the final product, right? Like this gives a deeper peek. And generally, there's nothing like outrageous or outlandish. Cool. Anything else? Cool. All right, you're all set. Enjoy the long lunch. You know, like get started on the pre-work part of it. And that's it. Goodbye.
Hey, Mike. I sent you on Slack a PM about the independent challenge. If you could look at that real quick too, if you have a chance.
Yep, we'll do.
Thank you.